Alright, another avatar part. But we'll want to, you know, there's times for boss fights and stuff. Once we get our stuff a ways, we can actually probably take advantage of... Oh, I forgot about this. They try to teach you how status effects work. All status effects are healed at the end of a fight. So, like, in this case, it's not worth it to use the anti-poison that we have, because it disappears at the end of the fight. Or it's supposed to anyway, I guess. For certain boss fights, if we're fighting specific, like one Digimon of a specific type, if we have extras of the different types, we can pull them out and take advantage of the fight. But that won't be able to happen for a good while yet because we just don't have access to a ton of the Digimon, and we do not have a ton of team memory. Export. All right. Oh yeah, the chain attacks. We probably won't see any for a while. They're kind of random for now because we don't... That's what the camaraderie or cam is useful for. The higher the cam, the higher the chance of combo attacks or X... They call them cross attacks, but they use the X-cross version of the word. And we're back to normal for now. You at least look normal again. It's not a perfect solution, but it's a big step. The objective has been met. Come back to the agency. What's that? You don't know how to get back? Try logging out like you always do. Since you went in through the agency terminal, my guess is that you should come out through one. But to be honest, in your case, I don't know what'll happen until we try. In the worst case, if your data gets scattered through the network, I'll salvage as much as I can. I'm joking, kind of. We're all gonna die. No, we need to hit the Digilab up again already because the Poyomon in there is ready. So Mirai will let you know when Digimon at your Digifarm are max leveled. To be honest, I probably should grind so that we can at least Digivolve Pabumon, but we'll see where we're at when we get close to leaving. We have to walk all the way back to the other logout sign, so we got a ways to go. Alrighty. Keep on running. For the guys that we've obtained so far, I'll probably only convert them if we get them maxed on scan data again. We can digivolve them all into different things, so it's worth doing. The Digifarms hold up to 10 Digimon at a time. So until we hit that cap, we're really, we have reign there. We'll grind a little bit here. I want to see if we can get Pabumon up to 5. It should only take a couple fights, and then we can at least Digivolve him. So let's try and see if we can't do that real quick. Oh, that's not what I meant. I meant to have him attack the other one, but oh well. My joystick didn't read the movement. Here's a cross combination. So basically it's just you know, your different Digimon do different things. There's a bunch of different variations of it though. There's healing variation and a bunch of other things, so. I've only ever seen the chain attack one so far. And I don't know if it has to do with like what move you're doing at the time, like if you use a skill, since I see it with such little frequency currently, it's hard to gauge what's going on for sure. But we'll find out. Probably start figuring it out a little bit better. Alright, we got Pabumon to level cap, so we will Digivolve the Pabumon on our team. So we've been picking, you've probably noticed this over the last couple episodes, or however many episodes we're on at this point. We've been picking up medals. Now we'll be able to trade these in pretty soon, and basically you trade them in with a guy and he gives you money for them. And then they go into his collection, which you can then look at. So that's really, as far as I've seen anyway, that's all they're good for. So it's not necessarily worth just hanging on to them. Let's go to the Digilab real quick. Alright, Digivolve our Pabumon. Okay, so we got Motimon. Oh, I can't think of the name of this one. And then Tanamon. Let's see, we need a data Digimon. I don't know what all of them have access to is really our only problem. I know Tanamon will get us a data for sure because we can get Palmon from her. Why not? Let's, I cannot think of the name of this one. Yoko, there we go. Let's look at Yokomon real quick. Oh, Yokomon's the one that's got Elecmon, so we can use Elecmon here to get. As you can see, we actually make all the requirements. We could get Wormmon. We'll use Yokomon here to get Elecmon, so we'll have a data type with us. He doesn't Digivolve until 9, I believe. Yeah. I'm not sure what Digimon that is, actually. Steel Will Held. Huh. Toyagumon there. Okay, and then we want to Digivolve Poyomon. So, Bukamon or... I can't believe I'm having such a bad time with the names for these guys. Tokomon, and that's what I was thinking, but I couldn't remember if that was right. So Tokomon, his cam is at 0, so that really, it looks like you can't get lower than 0. So I guess early on, if you really want to get stupidly high stats, you can use the punishing one. So we can get Gabumon, Impmon, and Black Gabumon, which if you see here, if you look down at the bottom, it says DLC obtained first edition exclusive Digimon. So we can get more Black Gabumons and stuff. Goblomon, Impmon, and Gabumon. That is not how we will get our Black Gabumon. We will actually get him. He'll be given to us here once we finish Chapter 2, which we're actually close to finishing Chapter 1 here anyway. That won't help. doing that, but... Okay, let's see. I think we should be good to go again. Alright, let's log out. You made it back in one piece, didn't you? I wouldn't have expected anything different. Still, those abilities border on the unreal. Maybe the reason you still adhere to physical laws has to do with an instinctual fear present in all physical organisms. This is truly fascinating. Pardon me, Kyo-chan. There you go again, sneaking up on me, old man. Oops, I'm sorry, I did it again. And could you stop calling me Kyo-chan? It's embarrassing. That was a childhood nickname. Not going to happen, my dear. You'll always be Kyo-chan to me. No matter how old you get or how brilliant of a detective you become. How long have you been there? What have you heard? I just got here. Is there something wrong? Oh, you have a client. Sorry. Were you going over a case? No, this is, well, a client of sorts, though a somewhat unconventional nature. Just who are you, then? I'm an assistant detective. Let me introduce you. This is Detective Madoyashi. He's an old friend from when my father ran the agency, and I trust him completely. He's the most elite detective the force has on cybercrime. Looks are deceiving, you were thinking. Well, I suppose I don't exactly fit the mold. But if I did, I'd never be able to tag along with the shadier element. Oops, slip of the tongue. So is there something afoot? If it's a case, sit on the sofa and wait a bit. I'll just whip up some tasty coffee. No thank you. There's no case today, no need for coffee. The coffee is bad. Stay away from the coffee. I heard a rumor about Eden syndrome. I thought you might be interested, Go-chan. Let's hear it then. No need to worry about my assistant, old man. This is someone with a rather special connection with Eden. My assistant has the potential to become something of a specialist in the field. Let's hear what you have to say. I see. If you can vouch for your assistant, that's fine. The rumor concerns a special ward in the hospital, where they're isolating the Eden syndrome patients. Oh, do I need to explain what Eden syndrome is to your future specialist? Please do. It's a rare condition where Eden users suddenly lose consciousness and are unable to wake up. We see more and more patients with each year, but the cause, symptoms, and treatment remain a mystery. There's a special ward at the Central Hospital for Eden patients. Treatment and a search for the cure are underway, but information there is kept heavily restricted. There are facilities even relatives can't enter. The rumor is that they're concealing facts to help protect Kamashiro's image. This remains firmly in rumor territory for now, but lately there have been happenings behind the scenes at Central Hospital. Behind the scenes meaning Kamashiro Enterprises, right? Yes, the hospital is under Kamashiro's control, and the same Kamashiro who runs the Eden network. The number of patients is increasing and symptoms are getting worse. Now of all times is when Kamashiro needs to come clean, not remain silent. An alarming number of people are being admitted to the hospital in question, and security in the special ward has allegedly been beefed up. This means something is afoot. It was going to happen eventually. Yes, indeed. Think I'll put some coffee on after all. We can toast the agency's success. Oh, look at the time. I'd better get back to the station. Sorry, but let's save the toast for another time. See you later. I'd watch out for her coffee, especially the color and the solid chunks floating in it. I fear the day is coming when I'll be forced to actually taste her coffee. That day won't be pretty. It was as he said. Fresh info on Eden Syndrome is hard to come by. Kamashiro's behind-the-scenes restrictions are doing their job. And security will only get ramped up all the more from here on out. There's something very strange happening in Eden. Then you show up in your weird body, and at the same time, Kamashiro's apparently on the move. Is that all merely a coincidence? No, it all has to be connected. The rationale is plain as day. No leaps in logic necessary. I'm heading to Central Hospital. I need to get as much info as I can before security is stepped up. I'd be thrilled if you came with me. You might be able to get some info on your current state. Seek and ye shall find. Knock and it shall be. No, in your case, let's go with Open Sesame. She's kind of an odd duck if you haven't figured that out. Well, what to do? At times like these, I tend to start off with a frontal attack. Let's try direct negotiations to get us into the hospital's secret special ward. A frontal attack? That seems a bit sketchy. You're a pretty sharp one. But preconceived notions can sometimes lead to unintended consequences. Don't ask for details. They say that ignorance is bliss after all. I'll give you instructions later. Until then, gather info inside the hospital. Asking questions is the most fundamental cornerstone in detective work. I wasn't joking when I said you could become a specialist in the field, my dear prospective assistant. Become a GP and record my activities in a chart, or become a boy with shining red cheeks. It's really a lot of fun. Dun dun dun. Her outfit seems somewhat familiar. It's all speculation. Random stare down, go! Hello. I woke up earlier than usual today. Aren't I a good Digimon? You woke up early. That's great. You should keep it up tomorrow too. So we could jump into the net here, but we don't really need to. You can talk to all of these people too, but they don't have anything particularly interesting to say. I mean, there's some funny stuff, but if you guys want to see all of that, I suggest you get the game yourself. This is a special ward. Unless at your family or hospital staff, entry is strictly prohibited. We can ride the elevator to the special ward floor, but we can't enter the rooms without permission. It goes without saying that we have no such permission. What can we do? What do we do now? We take out the 2 guards and hack our way past the door, which is likely locked, to get into the room. This is what I call a frontal attack, but it takes time to prepare and the risks are high. Let's not rely on a frontal attack now. We'll trust in your abilities, our trump card. The terminal in the nurse's station should be connected to the hospital network. I don't have to spell it out for you, do I? So by the way, if you're having trouble as you're doing stuff, if you're playing this game, if you look at your cases, we don't have any here, but if you look at your cases, they'll actually give you hints about what you need to do next on your cases on this page. So if you don't know that, but you're playing the game yourself, you learned something useful. I'll demonstrate that better once we actually have a case to look at it with. Time to connect jump. Oh, there's something down here. I think that was the only, yeah. I found that through being ridiculously... Alright. So now we're basically hacking our way into the hospital. Well, I'm not sure what Yokomon's level cap is going to be now. It's probably like 12 or something. So you see there it changed color. It's because we were able to get a little bit of damage because of the element relations. So both the type of the Digimon and the attribute of the Digimon, which is the elemental stuff, all matters in this game more than they've done in a while, actually. You managed to get there without incident. Just as I expected it would go. Okay, let's move into action. Get the data from the room in the back while keeping an eye on the patient. Leave it to me. Things are about to get weird. They just got weird. No way, is this me? Is this my physical body? That was shocking, but I wasn't expecting to see that my own body was in such good shape. I should be happy, I suppose. But if I'm being kept in an isolation ward, then I really must have Eden syndrome. File 1, Eden Syndrome, a mysterious illness whereby people suddenly fall into comas while connected to the Eden network. Originally, the term was given to the incessant vomiting and other symptoms common to those unused to spending time in the digital world. But now, Eden Syndrome is used to describe the more serious malady of an inexplicable loss of consciousness while connected to the Eden network. After extended time in a coma, the body weakens, becoming more susceptible to complications. In the worst case, this has led to death. File 2, Treatments. No effective treatment has been found for Eden Syndrome. Research continues into treatments and causes of the unexplained illness. File 3, Association with Kamishiro. Eden is a large-scale digital space operated by Kamishiro Enterprises. Deeply affiliated with governmental agencies, Eden's business areas are expanding quickly. Immediate improvements and user training must be provided to warn users against long login times. Furthermore, the Eden interface uses Kamishiro Enterprises' proprietary technology, making future research sharing problematic. Dun dun dun. Why are you here? This area is supposed to be off limits, with the guards watching over the only entrance. How did you get in here? Did you do something to the guards? Who even are you? Who are you? Don't answer a question with a question, answer me. I'm just a plain old detective's assistant. Wait, is Kiremi? I see. Well, never mind then. You came to investigate Eden Syndrome, right? Was there something you wanted to ask? I'll answer your questions. Don't get me wrong, I'm just trying to come clean in order to clear my own name here. I am in debt to Kamishiro, so if you have a few questions, I can answer them, I think. What should I ask? Is there a cure for Eden Syndrome? I've never heard of anyone recovering from it. Someone I know has been stuck in a deep sleep for a full 8 years now. I'm sure he'll be fine. Someday he's sure to wake up. For now, all I can do is wait. What happens if you contract Eden Syndrome? What happens? Well, as you can see, patients with Eden Syndrome all fall in a coma. I've heard of no other symptoms. Do you know someone who's shown others? Who is that patient? This patient here, they were just brought in. They weren't here a few days ago. Are you worried about them? You two look exactly alike. Do you have a twin, perhaps? I see. That's quite the coincidental resemblance, then. There are rumors Kamishiro is involved in some kind of conspiracy. That's a misunderstanding, a mistake. Kamishiro wants to find a cure for Eden Syndrome, too. That was why they built the special ward and have specialists working around the clock looking for a cure. It's ridiculous that anyone should suffer because of Eden. I've got to do something. I apologize for interrupting such an important conversation, but you have an uninvited guest. Hello, guards. Thanks for working so hard. Oh, another hottie. Yeah. I'm not going to get too into that one because I don't think I could pull it off properly. This lady is a little weird. Well, there's another way to put it, but I'm going to be polite. Rie Kishibe, making the rounds behind the scenes. I'm curious what a Kamishiro bigwig is doing here. We got the information we needed. Now get out of there. No need to overstay your welcome. Oops, I've got a visitor as well. Let's meet in the lobby then. Don't rush and don't make a fuss. Hide quickly. Man, the female characters in this game tend to have interesting outfits. Rie sense. Totally. She totally came to this weird isolation ward to eat, lunch. She packed a fancy pants picnic basket just for that. This is also kind of creepy if you think about it. Yeah, I totally brought my significant other with me to this isolation ward to get some alone time. Never mind all the random unconscious people laying around in here. It's not weird at all. Uh-oh, are we caught? Will we escape? What should we do? How do we get out? Oh no! Or maybe there's a way.